Well, let's start in the very beginning. Born and raised in Norfolk, Virginia.
Yes, sir.
Now, your parents weren't married, so you took your mom's last name?
Yes, my mom was married before meeting my dad, and I have from that marriage I have 6 brothers and sisters, and after their divorce, that's when she met my dad, and they called me a mistake baby because I was, born. She was like 38, 39 years old when I was born, so at that time women weren't having babies at that age, so they called me a mistake baby. My brothers and sisters called me a mistake baby.
Well, why not take your dad's last name if you know who your dad is?
Actually, it wasn't my decision. It was, I guess, done at birth, and I never thought about, changing it because all my brothers and sisters had Smith. My mom had Smith, and I was a Smith.
Did you have a relationship with your dad?
Yeah. Had a relationship. My dad spent some summers with him. He actually lived up in Oxon Hill, Maryland when I was a kid. So I spent some summers up there with him and my twin sisters up there. And, whenever he came down to visit my grandmother, his mom that lived in Norfolk, he'd make sure he came by to, spend some time with me when he was in town.
I mean, when you talk about that area in Virginia, I mean, that's 20 minutes away from Virginia Beach, which is where the Clips are from.
Right.
So you always hear these stories from Pusha T about all the drugs and all the violence and everything else like that.
Yes, sir.
In terms of the way you grew up, late 80s, early 90s, Did you experience any of this or did you kind of keep away from it all?
I witnessed it, but I stayed away from it. My mom, she was one of the nicest ladies in the world, but she was strict as a mug. So, she would, anything that got me in trouble, I would definitely try to stay away from. But, you definitely witness it. Just coming out of the house, going up and down the street, going to the basketball court, you witness all types of things, from drugs to fights to, people holding guns, shootouts at night. Some couple times I had to hide under my bed because they're shooting outside the house. So, I mean, you witness it all, but I think my brothers and sisters, my older brothers and sisters and my mom, they did a hell of a job of keeping me away from that.
Yeah, because you could have gone a very, very different path in your life had you gotten caught up with that.
Exactly. Could have been a total, and I've seen it. I mean, we have so much talent in our area in sports that kind of got caught up in that lifestyle and got caught up out there in the streets that didn't make it and wasn't able to go to college, and that is amazing. It's amazing, and they always call out our town like a hidden jewel because we have so much talented players, athletes down there that a lot more are making it now, but back then it wasn't like that.
So when did you actually pick up a basketball and start taking it seriously?
When I was about 7, 8 years old. I wasn't taking it serious at that time. I was just, out there with the boys, with the fellas, having fun, playing the game of basketball. At that time, actually, football was my first love. And I played Little League football for a while, and in between, I would play basketball, but during the off season. But football was my first love, all the way up until high school when I had my growth spurt. So that's when I had to decide. My mom was like, "You got to make your decision right now, football or basketball." And I don't think you're ready for no more football because you're too tall now. So I ended up choosing basketball, and that led me to where I am.
Right, because you're 6'9", right?
Yeah.
When did you have your growth spurt? Like by your senior year in high school, were you the same height or a little bit shorter?
No, I had my growth spurt between my freshman and sophomore year. Over the summer, I grew 5 inches.
Damn.
So I went from like 6'2" to like came back my sophomore year about 6'7".